Greetings, everyone. I'm wishing you a good night or a good morning whenever this finds you. I'm going to leave you with this quote. The only thing necessary for the triumph of evil is for good men to do nothing. Okay? None of us are perfect, but if you consider yourself to be just and you are prepared to stand by and see those who are unable to defend themselves or unable to stand up for themselves, and you stand by and do nothing, then you are as terrible as the one who caused conflict or pain or suffering on any other human being. I am a person who believes in equity, diversity, and social justice. And I am prepared personally to walk the path where I speak in defense of myself and my household from the lowest to the highest level. There's absolutely no court on the face of this earth where I am not prepared to stand up to defend my honor and my rights. Justice is what I demand, and justice is required to prevent people's rights from being violated. I stand by that. I defend that. And if I see someone treated unfairly, unjustly, unkindly, and I'm in a position to stand up and defend those individuals, I am not afraid of the labels that go with that. I am saying, as human beings, it is necessary for us to defend one's honor, one's dignity, one's integrity. I stand by that in my private life. And I'm saying the personal is political. So even if I don't like you and I see people ganging up against you, I am going to put that aside. And I'm going to stand by you and support you and defend you. This is who I am. There's no court on the land for which I would be afraid to go in and say, here I am, I stand in defense of my rights as a human being, and I support the rights of other persons. Just so you'll understand. And unlike some people, I don't come and shout my tune, and you don't know everything about me. All you need to know is that it doesn't matter who you are, especially if it's my countrymen, especially if it's my Jamaican people or my African people. I'm here. I'm here. I'm not afraid to stand up to anybody. Big up yourself, Claude Sinclair. When you invited me to come to St. Thomas and to walk for 6 miles, I believe, to go on that journey to Morant, I think it's Morant Bay, walking the same route that Paul Bogle walked with his men and women. The spirit of the ancestors rose up and went in me. For those of you who can't bear listening about the spirit and all that stuff, I walked that journey for a particular reason. Because I needed to see what it felt like for that man, that honorable man who stood up for people, even though he didn't have to. That's in my nature. And anyone who knows me knows this is how I am. I don't fear anybody. It doesn't matter how powerful you are, because guess what? I carry with me, and all of us carry with us, something more powerful than any human being. Keep that in mind. Do not fear any man. Do not fear anyone. And the louder they bark, the more you understand that is weakness. Because often times the ones who are most powerful among us are quiet, are silent, not because others have silenced them, but there's power in silence. Know yourself, understand yourself, know yourself and understand yourself. And do not underestimate anyone, because you don't know people. You might see folks on social media, or you might see folks on the private life, or see them on your job, and you underestimate people, especially if they're not ones who like to brag. Don't underestimate people, because you might just look at someone and you don't know who they are. You don't know the impact they're making in the world because they don't come out here and brag about it. You don't know the kind of changes they're making behind the scenes. You don't know what they're doing or how they're contributing to mankind. When I leave this world, I would have made an impact. That is my goal. So I walk and I pray for humility. I pray that whatever role I have to play in this world, I'll be gracious and I'll be humble and I'll surrender when it's necessary to do that. And that a child will be able to lead me and an animal can teach me. That is my goal. That's my intention. No ego. No ego. For as long as the ego is center, you cannot be great. There's power in silence, and there's also power in understanding that you are a servant. Regardless of your position in life, you must always be prepared to serve, to be a servant, not one where you're humiliated, but a servant where you understand that no matter what I possess, I'm always prepared to serve, and I'm always prepared to serve in a way that is a blessing to myself and to those I encounter. That's my aim, that's my goal, that's my intention. And I am always prepared to learn and unlearn what I think I know. Not too big, nor too small. And the blessings that is conferred upon one, regardless of their status, should be conferred upon everybody, regardless of their social position. That is what I live for. That's what I learn. And every time I have felt hurt or, any kind of disrespect in the past, I always make a point of saying, I will not do that to anybody. I'm a very sensitive person. I listen very well and I observe. And anything that I do in my life is due to the fact that I listen well and I'm observant, and that I learn from my mistakes and I try to learn from other folks' mistake. Okay. Just so you know. All right? Stay blessed, everybody.